Hi, everyone, and welcome to your full moon in Taurus energy reading, as well as pick a card. The first thing that we're going to talk about is Taurus's key phrase, I have. What does this mean, and where is it going to show up in your life this full moon cycle, and how can you use it to your advantage? So, Taurus energy is a slow and steady energy. It's really what we refer to as steady Eddie, and it's very, very loyal. It can also be productive, determined, practical, loves planning, gathering facts and understanding them, and then moving on to the next step. Another thing about Taurian energy is that its motivation is centered on resources. So, for example, your money and your possessions, and the best way to use them to your advantage with a plan. Now, there is a word of caution here about this Taurus energy, and that is sometimes determination can go to the extreme, and stubbornness results in a lack of flexibility for change. So just be mindful of those shadow attributes. So now that we know what the Taurus I have energy is, let's take a look at where it is showing up for each zodiac sign. I would suggest, as always, watch for your rising sign first because it will resonate the most. However, if you do not know your rising sign, you can watch for your sun sign. And if you want to book a personalized full moon reading based on your very own birth chart with transits for this full moon in Taurus, I do have a link to my website in the description box. So, as we get started, let's just keep one thing in mind, and that is that full moons are all about releasing and letting go of what no longer serves you or your highest good. It is the ending of a cycle, and by clearing out the proverbial clutter, it allows room to plant the seeds for your new moon wishes in a couple of weeks. Hi everyone, and welcome to the Pick a Card, which is the second part of your full moon in Taurus energy reading, okay? What we have here are two piles to choose from. We have pile 1, pile 2. So you can choose this card or this one. You can also choose one of these two hearts. They're both silk stone, so I'm going to call it the dark silk stone and the light silk stone. So whichever crystal, card, or pile number calls to you is the one you're meant to watch. And you're doing this in addition to or in place of the releasing and letting go that you've just heard in your rising or sun sign. It's up to you, okay? Maybe you want to do both. All right, I will see you in your pile. Hi there to those of you who chose this dark silkstone heart or this card. This is going to be your pick a card reading, pile 1, for the full moon in Taurus. Again, this is what you may want to do in addition to or instead of what you just heard in your rising or sun signs. You may find an individual message in each one of these cards or in all of them. Again, whatever resonates for your current situation. So we are talking about releasing and letting go to what no longer serves us. Saturn, the truth. Okay, I like that card. Oh, with Saturn again, Capricorn and Aquarius energy. And it says boundaries, limitations, delays, responsibilities. We have Aquarius and Pisces here with divine source and love. When two souls encounter and they welcome romance, their hearts are bonded and fate becomes unbreakable. Ooh, I like that. So we could have some relationship talk. I'm going to hold this card up so you can see the name of it, okay? So what do we get right off the bat? What we need to release and let go of? Well, maybe for some of you, it could be as simple as the truth, okay? Sometimes I like to just go with what a card says. There's going to be more, but I'm going to start with that. Maybe you're not being truthful in your life or to others or to yourself. You need to release that and let it go, okay? Saturn is, I learned and I loved it. Saturn is the guy who is like the high school principal, right? He is the one who's like, this is what you need to do. This is why you need to do it. This is the lesson you need to learn, you know, just boom, boom, boom. So maybe for some of you, you have been avoiding learning lessons. Again, it's the truth to yourself. Why aren't you learning those lessons? What's holding you back from learning the lessons that you need to learn in your life? If the same thing is happening to you over and over and over again, clearly that's a lesson that needs to be learned, and you're not learning it because it keeps happening over and over and over again. So it goes back to that being truthful with, you know, something needs to be done here. Maybe for some of you, you have your boundaries set too high. You need to let them down a little bit. You're not allowing a relationship in. And whether it is romantic or, you know, a familial or a friendship, whatever it is, you're not allowing it in. Maybe somewhere you're limiting yourself, you need to let that go. So whether it's limiting yourself to enjoying relationships or to learning lessons, responsibility, you know, this is Saturn rules the 10th house of career, and Capricorn, maybe you're too responsible, and there is such a thing. I know that it's hard to imagine, but yeah, you can be too ambitious, too career driven, too responsible, right? Too concerned with what everybody thinks about you and how they see you in the world. So maybe those are some things that you need to let go of. Let's look at the rest of the cards. We have Scorpio here, full moon in Scorpio. Breathe through the tension. maybe you're just wound up tighter than a clock, if that's the saying. I'm bad at sayings. I know I haven't said that for a while, but I am. But you're wound tight, okay? And maybe you're not able to break through it. You're not able to get past it. You're not able to see the truth in the situation that's allowing you to break through it. You've got to release it and let it go. I've been saying a lot lately, and I don't know why, it seems to be the message that's coming out. And it's about not only your mental health, but your physical health. These things like tension and being, wound up tight and, being too career driven and too, just laser focused on this, and it's causes stress to the body that, can be very damaging. And I don't know why, but this message keeps coming up over and over again. And a lot of Capricorn stuff coming up too. So here we have boost self-worth and finances, Sun and Taurus, practicalities. Are you so tightly wound that you don't even see the worth in yourself? You see the worth in what it is that you're doing, in your ambition, in this career-driven energy that you're in, but you don't see the worth in yourself. They want you to see that, or the worth of your finances. I believe there was a message that I had maybe in one of the other ones this card come out, and it's kind of bringing it up because, again, it's that when you're only focused on finances in a certain way, you can't even see that maybe you already have enough to sustain you, that you already have enough to live the life that you want to live with, whether it's just yourself or your family or partner, whatever it is. And this drive isn't just allowing for the practical day-to-day in your life. Okay, let's look at the next one. Well, surrender. I love it. When they are sending a message, they're sending it. This is an 8-2, which is movement forward. I always think of that eight of wands, movement, or even 8 of pentacles, working towards something, but in a healthy way. And I feel like you need to surrender to the truth here. You need to surrender to the tension. You need to surrender to the practicalities, just the day-to-day in your life, and realize that it doesn't all have to be so. I love Spirit because, it's also the way I talk. I'm a very simple person, right? And it's like you just don't need to be pumped up all the time and just moving forward. Sometimes things just need to and I want to say, I just feel like it's just like releasing the tension, right? Like just allow it to be. And nothing is yet set in stone. And didn't I say something at the beginning? I don't know if it was back here. It's like everything is set in stone. I don't remember if I said that, but everything isn't set in stone, or at least not yet. So don't allow. I feel like this is like, again, I was talking about something being preemptive in one of the other readings. I feel like this is a preemptive energy too, right? And I just want to say these are very fall-y colors. So this is it. We're coming into fall. This is the time to break through, to have the breakthrough, to have the aha moment, the realization about the relationships in your life and how valuable they can be to you, that nothing's set in stone. So how about you break some of those, I'm going to call them bad habits and untruths that you tell yourself even, break them now and start fresh. So those are that's the main message for you. So for things to release and let go, it's giving you some really great ideas. Those things that are holding you back from realizing your own self-worth, from having the relationships, not telling yourself the truth about certain things in your life, surrendering, letting go, let it go. Because you can change the trajectory here. Nothing is yet set in stone. Okay, let's get 3 tarot. The Star, inspiration. Become inspired about that life that you want to have. That's what I want to say for that, right? Be your true, authentic self. Allow flow in your life. Get rid of, let go of that rigidity, right? And have faith that God, source, universe, whomever it is for you, is going to take care of you. If you're getting this message, they're saying you're okay to step away from this energy, this behavior pattern. We've got you. Judgment, action. Take action now. It's with the Judgment card, what I want to say here, it's almost like realizing that how to say it. One, I just want to say with the action, look, it's like they're reaching up. They're saying, come, take me. I'm ready to move on to a new way of being. That could be one way to say it. To rise up. To realize that you're worth and capable of so much more. And happiness is one of those things, and balance in your life. Let's get one more card. 5 of Wands, chaos. 5 of Wands is that pain in the butt energy that I always love to talk about, where, you know what? These energies here are not serving you. There are lessons to be learned, and I feel like maybe the universe, God source, has been trying to bring them to you, and you've been just kind of fighting them off or brushing them away like you would a fly or a mosquito or a bee or whatever it might be, where you're just kind of like, okay, stop bothering, stop. I'm doing good. I don't need to change anything. But they're here to say, but you do. Now, let's get one last oracle card from the Moon Magic deck. And I might flip over that first card too that you picked. So we might flip that over and just see what it says. I flow towards my goal. I am strongly protected as I go. Exactly. I flow, okay? You need to get that flow. Not so much, what did I say, rigidity, right? And I said they've got your back. You're protected. They're bringing you this message for a reason, and they want you to hear it, and they really would love for you to start moving towards it. And just for, out of curiosity, follow your dreams, Moon and Pisces, wonder. Your dream may be to be rich and successful and have an ambitious career, all of that. But the word that's really sticking out is wonder. Can you imagine? Because that's Pisces, imagination, what it would be like to still have all of those things and to achieve all of those things, but in a different way, one that is more balanced and happy, where you feel good about yourself, where you feel good about your relationships, you're being truthful with yourself. So I love this card. It does kind of go right along, doesn't it? That is it, pile 1, for your full moon Taurus pile 1 pick a card here. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you're a regular watcher, thank you so much. I call you watcher, viewer, for coming back reading after reading. I appreciate your support. If you haven't, please subscribe to my channel and join in with all the others. If you like this, or if you like my energy, whatever it is, please give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, leave an emoji showing that you liked it, because interaction with the channel helps it to grow. And if you know anyone that may need to hear this message, I am the conduit who has received it from above, and you can be the conduit to pass it along to someone else to help them. Thank you again for being here with me, and I will see you next month for your new moon reading. Hi to those of you who chose pile 2 here in your pick a card as part of the full moon in Taurus energy reading. You chose the light silkstone heart. Okay, and this card, we're just going to set this aside. I may flip it over at the end. I did with pile 1, so I probably will here with you too. I'm curious to see what's under there, because I just picked it literally random off the top of the pile. But But what we're going to do is get right into this. You could get individual messages. All of them could mean something. There is an overall energy, and we will be pulling live tarot as well for this reading for confirmation, clarification, and further guidance, okay? Or messages. Overall energy, earth element, stability. Ooh, I like that. Okay. So earth elements are... we all know, do you guys know, remember? They are Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, okay? With Pallas Athena, inner wisdom. Ooh, I like that. And this is Capricorn. Abolition and recovery. When your heart seeks liberty and your mind asks for mercy, free your spirit from mundane duties. We talk about how sometimes Capricorn can get a little, I was talking about it in the last pile, just, you know, it's ruled by Saturn, and Saturn's strict, and Capricorn tends to really be very concerned and ambitious, concerned about their careers, okay, ambitious. Nothing wrong with those two things, but when you take it to the extreme, where that's all you do and that's all you think about and that's all that's important, the money, the prestige, whatever, then it's a problem, because you can be too responsible and you can be too worried about your reputation, okay? So I love what that says there. And I'll just hold so you can see the name of the card. There it is for you, okay? But what I want to say here, just with, okay, let me go back to, when your heart seeks liberty and your mind asks for mercy, okay. Pallas Athena is the, she's like a warrior goddess, and she's a sister to Aries, right? Who is just brutal. And she was wise and calm and collected. She was the Queen of Swords, we're going to say. She may have doled out punishment or fought wars or battles or whatever, but she did it smart, without all the bloodshed and carnage that her brother would leave behind. The people went to her because they knew she was fair. They loved her because she was fair, but she was strong and she was nobody's fool. But, right? So when your heart asks for liberty and your mind asks for mercy, right? It's almost like do it with wisdom, stability, fairness, okay? I love that. Okay, so that could be a message for some of you. Here we go. You need to release and let go that in your life which is causing instability. Those things in your life that isn't giving you liberty and mercy, okay? You know what they are because you're feeling them. You're dealing with them day in, day out. If you're not able to think clearly, process things clearly, deal with things in a clear, precise, calm, collected manner, you need to let that energy go. We're talking about a full moon here in Taurus, release and let go, okay? And I love that it's full moon in Taurus, and we have, if you want to do this in addition to what you've already heard, they're saying, we'll give you some earth energy here because there's a symbol for earth element. Stability. Last quarter moon in Leo. Oh, lighten up. Remember I was talking because of Capricorn here, and I've been talking about Capricorn, you guys. Saturn and Capricorn a lot, and Leo a lot. They want you to lighten up. They want you to have more fun. They want you to get out and do things, play sports, do crafts. I don't know, just go out to eat, okay? Go out and have fun. Start dating more, whatever it is, you need to lighten up from this Capricorn energy, okay? Because sometimes earth energy, you know, we're talking Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, can be heavy, right? It can be heavy. So lighten up a little bit. So whatever it is in your life that's holding you down, that is burdening you, that's what you're releasing and letting go. Reevaluate success. Oh, you guys, eclipse and Capricorn, new direction. Okay, they really want people to start taking things in a new direction. I believe I may have said in one of the other piles or in a reading recently that you can still be ambitious and have the wonderful career and a great reputation and be responsible, but you can do it in a more light-hearted way. Okay, it doesn't have to be all serious all the time. So whatever's keeping you in that all serious all the time energy is what you need to let go of. Purity, snow moon. It almost feels to me like new direction, new start. And when you think of like fresh fallen snow, just how crisp and clean. I love it. It's so clean. And I don't know, it's beautiful. The sun hits it and there's a sparkle to it. It's magical. Even. It's pure like fresh fallen snow. And maybe you just need to get back to the basics. Purity, fresh fallen snow is making me think of a baby laundry detergent commercial from maybe the 80s or 90s. I don't know. Oh my heavens, I can't think of exactly what it was, but it was something about purity anyway. Which makes me think of, go back to like you're starting all over again, like a baby, right? Just start fresh, clean slate, okay? Babies come in with a clean slate, all right? So that's what it's making me think of. Oh, wow, you guys. Full moon in Scorpio, it's time to release negativity. Well, that one there just is telling you right. I mean, sometimes the cards just speak directly, right? But there's usually some message coming in from God, source, universe as well, right? Spirit that, they want to pass along with it. But for some of you, it really could just be releasing negativity. That's what you need to do this full moon in Taurus. Okay, and I could even say releasing negativity when it comes about, because we're talking Scorpio, maybe the way you, interesting. I want to say the way you see and feel about other people. I think that maybe you need to dig a little deeper below the surface. Okay, so that might be a message for some of you. Yeah. But this is new. This is a new direction with your career, with your success. But again, if you don't work, then you take this how it resonates in your life, okay? But let's get some tarot here. We get 3 cards: clarity, confirmation, additional advice, guidance. The Empress, nourishment. The Empress takes care of herself and everyone else. She is mothering and nurturing and loving and kind, and they want you to take on that energy, to bring in that stable energy. So if you're not nourishing yourself, there's a reason why, and that reason is what you're going to let go of, okay? Let's get a second card here. Hermit, solitude. This is not always going to be easy when you're making these changes. So for some of you, you may need to go within. You may need to take a time out, get out of town for the weekend, whatever it may be, to just sit on your own quietly in meditation or just quiet space and think about what it is and where it is you need to reevaluate here, right? Hermiting away, reevaluate what it is that you need to do to bring about these changes and what it is exactly that you need to let go of. The Lover's, decisions. The Lover's card is about 2 people, but it is also about making a choice. And I've said in many readings many times, we have choices. We cannot be made to do anything. They can give you these messages and maybe ignite, spark the interest to start making them. But it's really up to you to move forward. And it's a 6, which makes me think of harmony, success. But it is also choices, right? Moving forward. So that's just them saying, you know what? You have a big decision to make here, but it will be so worth it in the end. Let's get one of these Moon Magic Oracle cards here. And then I'm going to flip that last card over because I think that we just should. Why not? Okay, pile 2. So releasing and letting go. Some good ideas here. I am loved beyond measure. Do you know why I love this message right here, what just popped in? Sometimes when the messages are a little bit heavier and we're really talking about a lot of Capricorn energy that may be in your chart or just may be, you know, in and around you and surrounding you. And I'm telling you about all this and I'm saying you're to this and you've got to be more that. Sometimes it can come across as harsh. They're giving you these messages because you are loved beyond measure. They have your back. They are here to support. You're getting this message because a change does need to be made, because they're telling you you can live better. You can have a happier life. If you change some of these things about yourself, you will be amazed. You might not even be able to imagine how much better your life would be. Okay? You're loved. Let's look at this last card, pile 2. Sun. I just said they're bringing this to your attention. When I see the sun, spirit is shining a light on this. They're bringing it out into the open because they want you to know we're here. We're telling you, we're giving you a gentle nudge even. This will be so worth it for you. The sun is the happiest card in a deck of any tarot or oracle deck, okay? Because it's bright, it's light, it shines a spotlight on things, and it's always for your best good. So, pile 2, I hope that you enjoyed this. If you are a regular viewer of my channel, thank you for coming back time after time. If you're new and you like these readings, okay, please subscribe. I do full moon and new moon readings every month. If you enjoyed this or you like my energy, please give me a thumbs up and comment. Any interaction with my channel does help it to grow slowly but surely, but it does. So I ask that you do that and I would be forever grateful. And this is it for your full moon in Taurus. So you have some new ideas and areas in your life to release and let go. And I guess that's it for now. I will see you next month in your new moon reading.